uh, the situation with the missiles ha- uh, sh targeting right into Russia, that's pretty scary. Tell us a little bit about that and tell us, are we closer to doomsday than we were before?
Well, let me make it clear. You talked about the great weather we had. What did you do on Saturday?
I got drunk.
Well, that's fantastic. I mean, I'm happy for you. That means you were out having a good time with friends and family, correct?
Yeah,
And you love your friends and your family,
of course.
and you remember Saturday with good memories, except maybe a hangover on Sunday,
Right, a big hangover.
right? While you were getting drunk on Saturday, did you know that you almost died
Tell me about it.
and all your friends almost died? Did you know that we almost had a nuclear war on Saturday?
No, I didn't.
Huh. I wonder why you didn't know that, because America's is asleep at the wheel. On Friday, Joe Biden had a meeting in the White House between himself and Keir Starmer. He's the Prime Minister of Great Britain. Keir Starmer arrived in Washington, D.C. Everybody can look at the photograph carrying the red leather briefcase of His Majesty's official correspondence. And these were the documents that contain the argument that Keir Starmer uh, and the British government were making to Joe Biden, that Joe Biden should sign off on giving Ukraine the green light to use Storm Shadow missiles, which were a British made cruise missile, and American ATACMS missiles to strike targets deep inside Russia. Um, Joe Biden was inclined to sign off on this. Had he done so, we'd be dead. I'm just laying it out there. Now, there's a reason why he didn't. On Thursday, um, Russian President Vladimir Putin made an address, spoke to the press, and he said, let's be clear. If the United States and Great Britain give Ukraine the green light to use the Storm Shadow missile or ATACMS, they will become a direct party to the conflict. And this is something that Russia cannot ignore and will have to respond to. Um, Now, apparently, everybody thought that Putin was bluffing. So on Friday, while Keir Starmer and Putin were preparing for the meeting, the Russian ambassador to the United Nations, in a session of the Security Council, said, if America and Great Britain sign off on this, this will be a declaration of war. Anatoly Antonov on Friday, the Russian ambassador to the United States, made a statement that the conflict will not be limited to a Russian response to Ukraine or Europe. Russia will attack the United States. Now, still, we weren't getting the message. So apparently, there was a back channel message. Now, there's two back channels, one with the Pentagon, one with the CIA. I don't know which one was used, both. But this back channel, the message that was conveyed was of such specificity and such determination that Joe Biden was told by his national security advisor, if you sign that document, we're at war with Russia. And so Biden didn't sign it. But everybody still thinks Russia is bluffing. Joe Biden, in his heart of hearts, believes Russia is bluffing. If you saw the press conference where someone said, what do you think of Vladimir Putin's threat? He said, I don't think much of Vladimir Putin, because he's angry, because he had to step down. Had he signed that document, Russia, I believe, would have unleashed strategic weapons using conventional warheads of such destructive capacity, they might as well be nuclear. And they would have struck targets. Not only would they have eliminated Kiev as a modern nation, a modern city, they would have struck targets in the United Kingdom, NATO targets in Europe, and targets here in the United States. The exact targets that would have been struck would, you know, that's up to the Russians. I can't predict that outcome, but they would have been decisive. The United States, based upon its nuclear posture and its nuclear employment plan, would have had no choice